quick tour of my 2013 Hammond organ system. A flashback to an earlier time. I used this rig to make the Hammond Jazz and Rock Licks DVD set, which is no longer available. Although, if you become a member of my YouTube channel, they are all available to watch. The video starts by showing one of the modified Leslie 145s the right way round. Having said that, it's not really modified that much. I removed the amplifier and fitted a direct input. I'm not using a Leslie amplifier, I use a Marshall amplifier. By not having an amplifier built into the Leslie, it's better because the Leslie is not as heavy to transport. If you have a listen to me doodling about in the background, you will hear clearly the Leslie distortion curve. And it's mainly down to this device in the Leslie. This is the passive crossover. It's an old one with the large multiple capacitor and 2 coils. It distorts beautifully. It's not too smart to put too much power into it, otherwise it will take the treble driver out. There doesn't seem to be a way of getting a sound quite like this using any other means. With the more modern Leslie cabinets, the crossover is before the amplifiers. It's much cleaner, it allows you to get more power. But because this crossover is a passive device, when you hit it very hard it saturates, and this contributes towards the distortion. When using a Leslie 145, particularly a Leslie 145 or a 147 or a 122 on its own, you have to work within the limits of the volume that you have. If you want a heavy-duty rock sound like some of the sounds I'm playing here, then it's great. Just mic it up and off you go. When I used to be a professional organ player, I used to use 4 145s. A bit extravagant perhaps, but it gave me a really big sound. It was clean when I needed it to be, and I could floor the pedal if I wanted it all to overdrive. These are my custom-built Leslie 145 cabinets. Construction details are in the previous video. They're finished at last, and here you see them with the complete system. This is the organ that I do the How to Play Jazz and Rock Licks on a Hammond Organ series on, as well as Hammond Organ for Beginners. It's really a cut-down D100, and once again there is a video that I did about this when I was building it. It's a great old thing, and it sounds wonderful now with these 2 cabinets. My thanks once again go to Ben Hardcastle of Castle Cases for chopping the D100 and building all the cabinets. These are the old Leslies, a very nice vintage 145 and unfortunately an HL822 underneath it. These top cabinets are a bit special really. I bought an old Leslie 610 cabinet for the spares, as it contained some 240 volt motors and various other bits and pieces. But I ended up with the cabinet, and I looked at it and thought, if we chop this down, it can be made into 2 smaller cabinets. So we did just that. And in the cabinets there are 4 9" by 6" elliptical speakers. These are high power speakers and are very suitable for my keyboards and the straight sound from the Hammond. On top of the organ, in the centre, is a Citronic MP3 player. This is a special MP3 player that allows you to slow down a track and keep it in the same key, which is very useful for learning ultra-fast licks that you can't normally hear. The mixer on the top right-hand side of the organ is an Allen & Heath Z10 FX mixer, which gives me reverb and allows me to send signals to various places. The organ's output is via an attenuator that I built, which drops the level to make it match the mixer's input. Everything is then fed through a Marshall EL34 100-100. The other cabinets you can see on the right hand side are mainly for bass pedals and a bit of extra power to the bottom end of the keyboards. I've really enjoyed building this system, and it really does sound tremendous. Thanks for watching. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.